Hello everybody, I'm Miss Enjoy and welcome to Miss Enjoy Spiritual Life Advice Channel. I'm here with you today, early this morning, to do the Taurus Love Connection reading for the first week of April, which will be the 1st through the 7th. I do not read reversals here. So if you don't like my style, feel free to move on. If I do not resonate with you, feel free to move on. If you feel like the message that I'm delivering to you today is not the message for you, you just don't know who the heck I'm talking to or talking about, then this message isn't for you. It's only going to confuse you and mess up your energy. So feel free to move on. There are lots of lovely readers out there, and I turn to them in my time of need as well. So feel free to do so. The other thing I do not do here is tell you who you are dealing with. Since this is a general reading and not a personal reading, I feel like it's too confusing for the watcher if I sit here and I tell you you're dealing with a Pisces, a Capricorn, Aquarius, or Virgo, and none of those are your people. I don't want you to get confused and think that this is not your message when it may very well be intended to. And then sometimes we don't know the sign or the moon sign or the Venus sign of the person we're dealing with, so that's also confusing. It could very well be one of those, and you just don't know it. I'm going to take that card as the overall energy for the reading, and that is the Strength card. That is the Strength card. I don't like to use these cards when I do a reading because they reflect, but honestly, this is like my favorite deck, and I tried doing a few readings leading with a different deck, and it just didn't work out well. I just wasn't feeling it. Cards weren't feeling me. I didn't say this in this is the Seven of Wands. Ooh, not a good way to start for your general situation, which is what I do in the top row here. First, I'll do the general situation of the relationship, and then I'll do the male energy in the relationship, and then I'll do the female energy in the relationship, and we'll see what's going on here. But what I didn't say in my Aries reading, which is bad, I'm a bad girl because those are my people, I'm Aries, is that I read for love, L-O-V-E, I'm a loving kind of lady, and so I read for all things romantical. I do not read for single people. There are lots of readers out there and up here doing readings for singles, so I am in a twin flame union myself, so that's what I choose to read for. I choose to read for connections of any kind, soulmate connections of any kind, twin flame connections, if that's what you are experiencing, if you're on your twin flame journey. However, you may be separated from your person at this current time, and this would still relate to you because you're still a couple. You're still soulmates, no matter how far you are apart. In the 3D, know that in the 5D, in the 4D, that you are still connected, and on the higher planes, your souls are still connected. That contract that you made in a past life or before you got here, or into this current incarnation, into this 3D carnation, that you agreed to meet with that person and work on some type of journey together. You agreed to meet with each other in this lifetime and help each other, or you helped each other in the last lifetime. You come together in every lifetime until you become complete again, which is what your soulmate, your soul twin journey is all about. And then just your regular soulmate may just to find peace in this lifetime, because sometimes that's part of your journey. If it's not time for your twin flame incarnations to rejoin, it may not be meant for you to be together in the physical, in the 3D, but we can always relate on the 5D. In the 5D, that's in our dreams, in our hearts, and our souls, and our spirits. We can still connect and feel one another, no matter where we are, and it's always important to remember that. So, I'm here doing the Taurus Connection Love reading for April 1st through the 7th. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for April 1st through the 7th, Spirit. Spirit be with us. Spirit join us. I do not read reversals, as I said. I use second decks as clarifier, and then I use an oracle deck for advice on the overall connection at the end. I also do not do an outcome. I do not do an outcome because I'm here to guide you and inform you. I am not here to tell you what to do. And especially in matters of love, because that is always what you want to do. You always want to follow your heart. I'm going to take that as the second card, and it's the Five of Pentacles. That's the Five of Pentacles. I try to hold it where it's not reflecting so horribly. If I can perfect an angle on that, but that's the Five of Pentacles there. And as I said, this is the line for the general situation of this connection. The general situation of this connection. Looks like we got some separation going on. Some separation going on here. Oh, Spirit. Spirit, ancestors, watchers, angels, guardians, gods, goddesses. I'm going to take the first one of those that came out, and we have the Six of Wands there. He's on his little horse, riding in, bringing some stability, hopefully, some balance. Okay, now we're going to pull for the general, the masculine energy, and energies are not gender assigned here. If they are gender fluid, therefore, if you may be a male with a feminine energy, you may be a female with a male energy. You may flippy floppy from day to day and week to week and situations to situations. Because I once myself had a same-sex relationship, and at the time I felt that she was more of the masculine energy, and I happened to come across this person later and have dealings with this person, not even on a relationship level later, although that person is one of my soulmates. This is a person I do connect with in the 5D, but now I think where life has brought us, I'm more of the masculine energy, even in our just general association. I think I turned out to be more of an aggressive individual. She softened up. Alright. Alright. Both of the masculine energy. Oh, definitely got a soulmate. Oh, we've got some things. But we're working on it. Okay. Alright. And just so I can remember to show you your cards, this is the Two of Cups. And the Moon. And the Eight of Pentacles. Alright, so we've got some hard work going on. Somebody's trying to nail down that money. There's always a lot. I notice that when I read for Taurus, there are always a lot of pentacles going on and a lot of wands going on. There's always a lot of pentacles and wands. I do have cups here, but there never seems to be a lot of cups going on when, oh, I have a jumper flying way over. Oh, and I spoke too soon because beginning our feminine energy line is the Nine of Cups. We've got the Nine of Cups there. Move these over some so they're a little closer for the camera. And once again, I apologize for my reflective cards, but I've just really bonded with this deck, and until I order the one that I found that I love, is going to love as much, I couldn't lead with any other deck. It just wasn't going well. I kept trying. It was horrible. It was horrible. So, alright, Spirit, can I please have another card for the feminine energies? feminine energy here with divine femme thinking, what you going through. Gave me my next two. I'm going to take them in order as I flip them. Oh my, we've got the Knight of Cups, and then we've got the Tower moment here. Okay, so befitting of a Taurus, so befitting of the Taurus. But as we're leading with the Strength card, that is one thing, even though the card represents Leo. And I said I'm not going to do that, so I'm not going to say you're dealing with a Leo, but that's what is represented in the card. Because we've got the lady taming the lion, and her strength, that takes strength to tame a lion, and bravery to calm him, and a certain amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Patience, skill, power. Because who else could tame a lion but someone with power that can command that lion to calm down and soothe him and just pet him like she's petting him like he's a little kitty cat. And she's got the little infinity sign over her head. That's infinite strength. That's infinite strength. And I do know my mother is a Taurus and my sister is a Taurus. And I know both of them to have infinite strength. Infinite strength. Very strong women. Okay, so let's look at our general situation up here, the relationship. I'm trying to get through my videos quick, but I'm a talker. So, we've got the Seven of Swords. That's never good. That is never good. Because you're carrying too much. And then there's not even, he doesn't even have gloves on. And so he's just carrying too much in this picture. You've got this guy trying to juggle 7 swords. And there's 2 sitting there stuck in the ground that he can't even manage to pick up. So there's just too much on his plate. And swords are always some type of slight sign of betrayal. So something's just not going right here. Something's just not going right. Then right next door, bam, we've got the Five of Pentacles. And as I said, Aries got this in their reading. Well, in our reading, because I'm an Aries as well. But what I love about this card, and I said the same thing in that reading, is that they're in front of they're outside of a church. Although they're bandaged and bruised and battered and cut up and scraped up and beat up, and like I said in the other one, this poor lady doesn't even have shoes on. They're outside of a church. That's a stained glass window there. There's a building, you know, and maybe they need to just stop and reflect and go in. To me, that's a symbol of faith. To me, that is a symbol of faith. That's saying that that church is there. That spirituality needs to be embraced. Maybe you need to go inside, stop for a minute, get out of the cold because it's snowing there. They're bound up. It's cold. They're bundled up. And the other thing that comes to mind in this card is that there are 2 people in this card. They're not alone. Now, so the people on this struggle, on this journey, they're battered, they're bruised, they're hurt. But A, they're keeping it moving. They're still going where they got to damn go. And B, they're together, so they're not alone. There's like I said in the Aries reading, there's always that saying that maybe some people feel like I'll live with you in that cardboard box as long as we can get it on and make love up in there, you know. And some people don't feel that way, but I've known most Tauruses not to feel that way at all. Y'all are very, 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 very materialistic. I won't say in a bad way. I mean that you like your shit. You like your home. You like your car. You like your stuff. You like your things nice. You work hard for it. You earn it. You have every right to want what you want and have what you have. That's very important. Material abundance is very important to you. Wealth is very important. Financial stability is very important to you. So I know that is not really a characteristic for a Taurus. But I would say that, like I said, it does speak to the fact that even though they're bruised and they're battered, they're still together and they're still on their journey. So maybe they just need to stop, check out the church a little bit, go in, pray, meditate, go within, maybe eat, maybe get some help, and then maybe set back out on their boundary, on their journey. All right, so then after we've got the Six of Wands. So, I mean, there's balance after that, and sometimes the saying that good things don't come easy is a true thing, because there's balance here with the Six of Wands, but that's at the end of all this, the swords and the cold, someone being out in the cold and the struggle. And then there's these wands. And that still represents work. But there's balance in that. There's balance in that. At least this is a very dark card. It's dark. It's night here. And then they're out in the cold and the snow and the hurt. But at the very least, the work will bring balance. This is daytime. These people are they're more than one person carrying these wands. They're working together. There's some unity. There's some teamwork. You know, it's not a sad depiction. It's not a sad depiction. It's not hard work. He's up on the horse. He doesn't look battered and bruised and torn. He still looks like he's journeying on his way, but there's more of a balance to it. It's healthier here. It's definitely healthier here. So, but I'm saying that more than likely, wherever you both are, you're coming from a place of struggle, these swords. So I would say that neither one of you are in a good place right now, and it's going to be a hard road ahead of you. You're both bruised and battered, but keep going. Keep going, keep working. All right, now on to the masculine energy. He's coming in here with these Two of Cups. So this lets me know this is your person. This Two of Cups, this is one of the #1 cards letting you know that you've got that soul connection. You've got that connection. This is a man and a woman here. And I don't know if you recognize the snake symbol, but you know that symbol is present in a lot of medical symbols. And that's healing. You know, that's part of healing. And so they've got these cups, and it looks like they're handing each other. It almost looks like they're exchanging cups. Or you know, maybe you drink from my cup, I drink from your cup. These are our cups. They're here together. They're presenting these cups like, this is what I have to bring. This is what I have to bring. And I love that, because she's got a cup and he's got a cup. It's not like he's got half a cup and she's got half a cup, or they're standing there holding one cup together. They're both bringing in 100%. They both have a cup that they're bringing to each other. And I love that. That's the Two of Cups. So that's wonderful. That's wonderful energy to be coming from the divine masculine, from your masculine counterpart. All right. But then there's the Moon card. Now, some people can say that when we'll clarify, I'll give more clarification on this. But some people can say, we'll look at this and say that, you know, there's secrets or there's something hidden. But I don't take this in a bad way. Because a lot of times what happens with us soulmates is that we are in another situation. We are somewhere where we're feeling kind of stuck and we're feeling kind of in the cold and we're struggling. We're in a place that we really don't want to be, and we've got to carry all these damn swords, and we don't want to make it any worse. So we can't go tell anybody. We got this move in the moonlight. Okay, we got to move in the moonlight so we can work on these pentacles that are coming up next for the Eight of Pentacles. Because this man here, he's got the Eight of Pentacles, and 8 is also, any even number is also going to be a number of balance for you of some kind. And then not only that, but 8 is moving closer to your number of completion. Okay, 8 is moving closer to 10, 9 and 10, where you want to be complete, where you want to find that you're coming to closer to the end of your journey. And he's almost there. He's got his pentacles on display, and he's working hard on the next ones that he's got to get up there. You know, he's working hard. So that's good. I mean, right now, it looks like you've got to keep this under wraps. You know, we can't be outright with this, but he knows, and I feel like whoever your divine is, he knows that those cups are there, and it's an equal give and take. He loves you just like you love him, and when you do come together, that's a soulmate connection. That's something that nothing can break up. So even though maybe now you got to move in the shadows, you might not even be speaking on a regular basis. It might even be the thing where you just call each other now and then and say, hey, how you doing? I love you. All right, you have a good day. You know, sometimes that call right there can just touch a person so deeply, from the right person, those words, and carry them through weeks and months before they hear that sweet voice again and say, hey baby, I was thinking about you. You was on my mind. How you doing? All right, well, you have a nice day. I'ma always love you. I mean, sometimes that's all you need, and then you pick up them other 2 swords, all right, and keep it moving, because you know that this person is just out there. And that no matter what, no matter, even though you with him and she with her, or he's with her, and you know, no matter what's going on, that you got these cups. You got these love. You got this cup of love. Okay. And he's working hard. So we'll go back and we'll clarify this moon, although I don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like you just got to move in the shadows. You got to dance in the moonlight. And he's working. He's working. I mean, you can't always. Like I said, sometimes it's not meant in this incarnation. But like Erica said, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. Okay. So, next, for our feminine energy down here, we got the 9 of Cups, which is good. Because that means that, you know, she's not all the way there, divine feminine. And a lot of times, that's how it is. A lot of times, our feminine energy is a few steps ahead of our masculine energy. We know this from all the way from puberty. We know this. And especially if you have a twin flame connection. Because when you have a twin flame connection, you're looking at the split soul, which I am going to do an information video about soulmate connections. But I haven't got to it yet. You have that split soul that is incarnated at different times throughout life. And then a lot of times when you reach a certain carnation, you know, you're separated in age. You're not, you know, you don't die and are reborn all and incarnated again all in the same time every time. You know, that's just ridiculous. That's not even to be expected. So a lot of times you're in your twin flame unions, you're going to find that your twin flame is 10 or more years younger than you. So, like I was explaining in the Aries, that you get a lot of times, you look up at, you'll be a 40-year-old woman, 50 years or even older, and you look around and you'll be like, why is this little boy running around behind me? Stop it. But this is why. This is why. And we're meant to guide them and you're meant to lead them. And so now you know why little boys on your doorstep, like a little puppy dog, talking about, hey, Miss Ma'am, how you doing? Yeah. So, and then you can't turn them away. And you can't figure out why you can't turn this child away. But this is why. This is why. And yes, it's a headache. So everybody's calling in their twin flame. But know that it's a headache. Know that it's a headache. Because while he's still working, you're up here on your 9 of Cups. You're up here. You're up here on your 9 of Cups. And you're looking at him to be that Knight of Cups. And he'll get there. Like I keep saying, he'll get there. We have to have patience. And mine's, in my personal situation, my person just had his tower moment. A lot of times it takes them to have that tower moment. It takes divine masculine to have that tower moment. To wake up and stop being stupid. To stop being out here howling at the moon like a little puppy dog. And trying to pick up and juggle all these swords and leaving you out in the cold and causing you both to be battered and bruised and scarred because you're not together and it's hurting. It hurts. It hurts when you're in that separation. It's a bittersweet because you know that person loves you, but you know, you may not be able to be with that person for one reason or another. So your tower moment is coming. Now, that doesn't always mean it's bad. A lot of times, tower moments are meant to clear out old things. They're meant to end those old relationships. They're meant to end those old situations. They're meant to wake people up and to shock them into their awakening. That's why we have these tower moments. Sometimes it's there to clear things that don't serve us and end bad situations. So don't frown upon your tower moments. They have to happen just like everything else in life. Everything's a cycle. You have to have a little bit of good and a little bit of bad. Okay, we're going to move on to clarifying. Put that up there. Alrighty. Alright. Alright, Spirit. Thank you for the message this far. Thank you for the message this far. And I want to clarify, please. Clarify the moon card for me. Clarify this moon card for me, please. Clarify the moon card. All right. 5 of Swords. Yeah, somebody, there's no balance there. There's no balance there. But yet, there's a freedom. because I always look at the Five of Swords as like, if you look at it, there's these little fairies, they're flying around, and then you have a firefly here. So these creatures are free. This is a positive card. They're up here in the air. This is lots of air energy, and they're flying around. They're free. You know, they're free. But, you know, the swords situation can be a little hard anytime there's a sword. Tell me a little more about the Moon card and this Five of Swords. Follow this Five of Swords up for me, please. Follow this Five of Swords up for me. Tell me something about the situation with the Moon and the Five of Swords. Yeah, but Five is unbalanced. So there's children involved. Yeah. Divine Masculine's got children. And this always seems to be the case. Those children, those marriages, those 3D contracts, and when you have children, that's going to create your karma. That's your karmic relationship, because now you're stuck. Oh, there's always children. Yeah, there's children. Definitely. Somebody may even possibly be pregnant, because anytime you have those swords, there's going to be also a phallic type thing going on there. And then the Moon card and the Sun card, yeah, there's children involved. There's children. Okay. Alright, so to clarify our Tower card, I'm sorry, which is what I was shuffling for then, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yeah, so after the Tower moment, there is a possibility that you're just going to, you know, move on. Yeah, because you've got the Two of Wands here, and he's holding the world in one hand, and he's got one rod that's behind him and one rod that's in front of him, and he's also got a companion here with him. He's got that cat in the picture with him. So, I mean, there are other things that he has to consider, that this person is, look, he's surveying the land, and he's looking at this world, this globe in his hand, and there's too much more you got to see. And I know a Taurus, y'all charging forward. You're charging forward. Olay. You're charging forward. You're not playing. So y'all don't have time for this. Y'all don't have time for this. But I see my Divine Feminine is pretty much, and I guess you're going to come to that moment where you're just going to realize that yeah, he might be working on it, but you don't want to wait. It looks like you're going to take that decision to move forward, possibly. One more card about this Tower moment. Or actually, what I really would like to know is, and I probably should have done first, who is actually, let me pull, I have, and oh, this is the first time I'm going to get to use it. This is my Major Arcana deck, which I just Major Arcana only. It's a Zanoni deck, which I got basically to use if I want to know who is going, who this is. Who is this Knight of Cups here? Who is this Knight of Cups representing for my Taurus? Who is this Knight of Cups represent for my Taurus? Who is this Knight of Cups represent for my Taurus? Who is this Knight of Cups represent for my Taurus? Who is this Nine of Cups represent for my Taurus? This one tried to slide out. My Hermit. Okay, so your Hermit. If you are, this is really, to me, let me know that you are probably just open to suggestion. You know, that you probably, I'm going to clarify here just to make sure. And you know what? I don't even have, no, I'm reaching in the wrong place. Reaching in the wrong place. So this is really just letting me know that you probably just, you know, are going to retreat for a little while. You're doing fine. I mean, you're happy. You got your 9 of Cups. You're all right on your own. Yep, you're all right on your own. You're doing just fine. So this is really just saying you're probably just going to retreat. You know, hang out by yourself for a little while, and then you're going to come to the realization there may be something that specific that occurs, or that epiphany. A tower moment doesn't have to really be any giant tragedy, just an epiphany. Like Chrisette Michelle said, that you wake up and realize that, you know, you want that pentacle. You want that Ace of Pentacles. And you don't know if it's going to come from here. He's working on it, but he's got these children. He's got these children. And somebody's possibly pregnant with the sun sign. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Somebody's pregnant. That's what it looks like to me when you got the moon and then the swords and then the... Yeah. So, although this is a soul connection, sometimes we have to keep it moving. Sometimes we have to look at what's out there in the rest of the world, and we have to leave that one wand behind, and we got to take this wand and head out with our companion, because the companion is ready to go. The kitty is looking forward. The kitty is looking forward. The familiar is ready to go. The familiar is like, come on, sister. We're not going to sit here and be the lonely cat lady alone in the house with our cats. We're going to move on. There's a world out there. Let's go. All right. And like I said, I don't believe in doing a you know, final decision card, or like a what does the future, not really what the future holds, because clearly this is what the future holds, but I don't do a decision. I don't do a final outcome, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you what you need to decide what you need to do. Because especially dealing with love, you can't tell anybody who to love, when, where, why, and how. So that's a decision everyone needs to make on their own. I'm here to advise, and I'm here to guide, and I thank you for coming, Taurus. I think this was a good, positive reading. I think it pretty much told you what you need to know. This is what your situation is. This is what his situation is. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I want to pull your love oracle cards. I am so sorry. Let me not neglect you. Okay, Spirit. This is the Journey of Love Oracle deck. And I'm going to continue this trend. What I did for Aries was pull one card for the masculine, one card for the feminine, and one general card for the total advice of the connection. My hands are little, and I really, really don't like, so bear with me. I am very clumsy when it comes to larger cards. And let me tell you, this is like the third time I tried to do Taurus video today. And it just really, until I went back to that reflective deck that I didn't really want to use, it just really just was not happening for us. I'm so telling you. Alright, Spirit. Let me get an advice oracle card, please. Spit me out a good advice oracle card for my Taurus connection. Here's one. We're going to take that one in the masculine femme. I mean the masculine energy. Her Grace. That says Her Grace. That's number 17. And I got two that came out here. We're going to take one for the feminine energy and one for the overall energy of the connection here. So what I got was, I got Her Grace for the masculine energy. Let the femme lead the way, the feminine lead the way for the feminine energy. And Yin Yang Lover. I like the sound of that. Alright, Her Grace. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, with an essential deepening of a relationship with your own body, or with the body of another through expanding creativity. A sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, dance, express yourself, to sing, write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells, and to lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling you from ancient times. As we said, this is a soulmate connection. There's a woman who brings a divine message, a divine blessing into your life, who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be the one that is obvious, or the one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body, if you are a female, or your inner feminine, if you are a male. Okay, so, try to get in touch with your feminine side. And this could be your divine feminine that's pregnant. Maybe your divine feminine spread. I hope your divine feminine. I hope this is who this is. I hope that's who it is. I hope that's who it is. And, maybe this is just saying that you are feeling a little off right now because somebody's pregnant. Feeling a little out in the cold because she's pregnant. And you're juggling a lot because she's pregnant. It could be a very difficult pregnancy going on here. So just let your divine feminine lead the way. And stick together no matter what happens. No matter what happens. Be there for her. Still be one. No matter what the situation. Still be one. Okay, next, let the divine feminine lead the way. And I'm just going to say listen. Just listen to your divine feminine. Try to communicate. Try to be there for her. If this is the situation where you are pregnant and you may have more than one kid, that's why we have 5 swords instead of 1. But that's still going to represent like a phallic type symbol. And in the moon, you could have more than one kid. So that's why this is really a lot to juggle. And yes, a lot of times when we're pregnant, when we're expecting, we don't feel like it. We're not even thinking about you. No offense. But we're going through this because of our love. And this is where our love brought us. And we want to give you this gift. Her grace wants to give you that gift of those children. All right, and she's still happy about the situation. So if that's the message that's meant for you, no matter what happens, pregnancies can be difficult. There could be a tower moment coming in that, but stick together. You still offer that Ace of Pentacles. You still stay together. You still work on that. Okay, let the feminine lead the way. Feminine principle in you, whether a man or woman, is the way forward in your life now. She is the principle of feeling and of surrender. She feels intelligence of the divine guiding light in the way that the masculine principle cannot at this time. You may not see where you are going, therefore, but you can feel your way forward. Trust her. Let your mind go and let your senses lead you, becoming more exquisite and communicative. Be led by your heart. Don't worry if you don't know all the details of how it's going to work out. Just let her lead the way. Yeah, just shut up and listen. Divine masculine. Sometimes, it's hard. You're meant to lead, especially if you are a true divine masculine. Then you are definitely meant to lead, and then it's your nature and your calling, and you get frustrated when you can't be in control of the situation. But when it comes to things like motherhood and pregnancy and that gift of building a family and giving you that child, that's a struggle for some of us. It can be a very, very, very hard struggle. Very hard struggle, and she's trying hard to come in on horseback, and she may have to go be by herself. It might require her to have a lot of downtime. There may be bed rest involved, but we still want to tough it out no matter what happens. But she's very happy there. She's happy. All right, and then we have Yin Yang Lover. The force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. There is no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. Mercury is in retrograde, y'all. What is it that captures you, that pulls you close, that holds you so much, that holds so much light for you? Why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It is still there waiting for you. All right. Be yielding and let your desire fill your body. Let it fill your heart and mind. You don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction. Okay, so just be patient. You know, let things happen. Try to be tolerant. As I've been saying in all my videos, I always root for love. I always root for people to work it out. I always root for love to find a way. Because us bringing our soulmate and our twin flame connections together is one of the ways that we can all achieve that higher consciousness, that higher awareness, that we can all elevate, you know, and come into that oneness. It's our journey. It's what we're supposed to do. So, of course, I'm going to always encourage that. So, whichever situation resonated with you here, because I really did get the feeling of maybe two storylines. If I was speaking to someone that may be in separation right now, it could be because that divine masculine, it just has that 3D contract with someone, that marriage, or it already has children there, and he's maybe working hard on the situation, but really can't get out. Or if you are in union, then that's a great thing, because that means that you know, mama's pregnant, because that's this moon card and the sun card and the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's some children involved. There's definitely children involved, but this is a soulmate connection. This is a soulmate connection, and mama's happy down here. My divine feminine is happy. We've got 9 cups. We're almost there. We've got 9 cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there may have to be some downtime, some bed rest. Let's hope that it's not a really complicated situation with this Tower moment here. But whatever it is, you're going to get through it. And you're going to stick together. You have the whole world. Even if it is a really tragic Tower moment, you still have each other. You have the whole world ahead of you in the palm of your hand. And it may be a journey. It may be a struggle. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Because you got your yin-yang love there. You got your yin-yang love. Listen to what she needs. Give her what she needs. Try to get in touch with your feminine side, divine masculine. Give her what she needs. Let her lead the way. And know that you can bounce it. And it's hard. You're juggling all those swords. You're juggling all those swords. But have strength. Have strength. That was the overall reading. You're feeling out in the cold. You're going to be feeling out in the cold for a while. You think you're feeling out in the cold now? Wait till the baby gets there. If you don't already have some. If you don't already know. But you'll be okay. Because you got this. You got that 2 of Cups. You have that connection. And that person is always, 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 like they said, have faith that that person is always going to love you. That person is always out there. That was a wonderful message. Thank you for coming, Taurus. I finally got this done. You don't know how at peace that makes me today. I really appreciate you coming. I always root for love. So work it out. Stick together. Pick that wand that's in front of you, not the one that's behind you. Stick together. You're always going to be there for each other. This is a soulmate connection. Remember that. That's your person. You can work it out. Love will find a way. I love y'all. See you next time.